to do to hurt everyday Americans, the people that they claimed they were working hard to help.
Again, the problem with Hakeem Jeffries is everything that just came out of his mouth. His party ended up doing that over the past 4 years. They forgot about the working class. They'd made sure that policies that were passed benefited Wall Street, but not Main Street. That's what the results say. He can get up there and give you all this hoopla about what the Democrats are going to do and how they're going to help Americans. But when you guys had the chance to do it, you didn't do it. In fact, you did the opposite of that. Now, as a result of their out-of-touch messaging to their voter base, which you already know they're in disarray, they got them mobilized in Washington, D.C., protesting the Senate, asking for it to be shut down and Elon Musk to be arrested. Let me show you a clip of that now.
Shut down the Senate! Shut down the Senate! I like that.
Well, I guess for the party that believes in democracy and a peaceful transfer of power and peaceful protest, they have a funny way of showing that when they're asking for the Senate to be shut down and Elon Musk to be locked up. I just find that so interesting. Now, that's just the surface of this nonsense. I'm going to show you a few clips here of people who are serving in Congress calling for violence. Yes, let's start with the Congresswoman out of New Jersey.
We will fight back.
Fight back. Fight back.
And as I close out, because I know we've been out here for a long time, and God damn it, shut down the Senate. We are at war. Anytime a person can pay $250 million into a campaign and they be given full access to the Department of Treasury of the United States of America, we are at war.
Okay, so I can't help but laugh because this is just nonsense. I mean, this is as if a forensic accountant showed up at your job and you decided to lose your mind, go outside and start protesting it. I mean, guys, his job is to inspect every tax-paying dollar that went out the door. I don't understand what the issue is. How else is it going to get done? I mean, I just find that funny. Now, if you thought that was ghetto, wait till you see this.
I know some of y'all have been frustrated, and you've been saying, "Where are the Democrats? Where are our leaders?" Well, I'm here to tell you that we ain't never left y'all. All right? We are here. We're going to make sure you understand what democracy looks like. This ain't it. Y'all about to find out. All right?
All right, well, let's just address something really quickly here. It's President Trump, not Mr. Trump. Put some respect on the office of the presidency, and she has a hard time doing that because she's as ghetto as you can ever be serving in Congress. That's number one. Number two, the language they're continuing to use. Oh, we are going to get in your face. We're going to be up your you-know-what. Yeah, so if President Trump said something like that, you guys would be up in arms. You'd be saying he's threatening American citizens, but when you guys do it, it's totally fine. See, this is the problem with the party. I mean, they're a walking contradiction morally, ethically. And so it's just not going to resonate with majority of Americans. And again, they're so distracted and they're too busy overreacting. And you know what they're not doing through all of this? Actually getting results for their voters.
Now, no one elected Elon Musk to nothing. And yet, Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people. We are here to fight back.
You know, I wish they had that amount of energy when it came to actually doing things that would help Americans. Like, I don't know, stop what happened at the border over the past 4 years, the record inflation, the fentanyl crisis, the wars overseas, the 13 service members who lost their lives, the veteran crisis. We know veterans are not really treated great in this country. What about the middle class, Main Street? What about those individuals? Where's the outrage on that? What about our kids? They can't read. They're not getting the proper education. Where's the outrage there?
We cannot allow Elon Musk and a small group of people to secretly, behind closed doors, take away our privacy, take away our dollars, take away everything we have.
Now, just circling back here, okay? Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren said that nobody voted for this. She's right. Nobody did vote for Elon Musk. We voted for President Trump, and Trump has delegated authority to Elon Musk to do exactly what the American people wants him to do, which is to find out what happened to our money. You guys continue want to raise taxes. I mean, if Kamala Harris won the election, best believe taxes would have been going up because they would have allowed the Trump tax cuts to expire. But they don't want to talk about that. Okay, they are in disarray. They're all over the place. Think about that. Who is the voice of the Democratic Party at this point? Nobody. You got Senator John Fetterman voting in opposition to what the rest of the party is doing for Pam Bondi. I mean, they don't have a unified message right now. What they have is a bunch of emotional reaction and overreaction to everything that Trump does, and we're going to be here every step of the way to react to it. All right, so now there's some breaking news about USAID. The website is back on.
Appointed judge. The freeze was stopped, at least temporarily, as it moves forward. Elon Musk getting access to people's private data, social security numbers, was stopped. And our job right now, with the state AGs, the Democratic attorney generals, the Democratic governors across the country, is to lead this fight.
So there was a video that we did yesterday that we'll link at the end of this video talking about how the Democratic Party's main strategy is anti-Trump. And it is absolutely in shambles because, as we stated in that video, America overwhelmingly supports what President Trump is doing. That's the first thing. Secondly, in regards to the U.S. Constitution, we talked about it as well. He has the authority to do everything that he's doing. He has not gotten rid of the Department of Education or USAID. Technically, it still exists on paper. What he's doing is restructuring the leadership, restructuring priorities. So the Democratic Party, what they're trying to do is stall, which means they're not going to get anything in return here. Now, the sad thing about how the Democratic Party is reacting to all of this is what they're programming their voter base to do and say and to actually believe in. And let me give you a prime example of that. This is a pastor out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, who's calling for violence against Elon Musk.
And in this nation, I'm worried that we are on the verge of bloodshed. This is an attempt to take us back to a day that we do not want to go and we will not go. So therefore, there will be conflict. I pray that the peace of God will win out and overcome the madness that is attempting to take over this nation. And I will say to you, beloved, no one likes violence, but sometimes violence is necessary. When Elon Musk forces his way into the United States Treasury and threatens to steal your personal information and your Social Security check, there is the possibility of violence. Sometimes the devil will act so ugly that you have no other choice but to get violent and fight.
Okay, let's just pause because I have to just debunk the lies. Elon Musk forced his way into the Treasury Department. False. Elon Musk is stealing people's Social Security checks. False. I mean, where are they getting this information from? Didn't you attend college? You can't just make claims without having sources or citations or supporting documentation to prove what you're saying. That's the problem with our country today in all of this discourse is people, and this is sad because it's a pastor come out and they speak this way. And what they're doing is watering down what those words actually mean. So all I'm asking for, if you believe in what he is saying, can you show me the proof that that took place? Not what you heard someone say, but can you show me what he did?
Well, someone might say, now, Reverend, you shouldn't be talking about violence. This isn't the Christian thing to do. Well, I will say, why not talk this way? Because Jesus did. Jesus said in this key verse, didn't he? The kingdom of heaven suffers what? Violence. And the who? The violent take it by force. The kingdom of God is a war zone. It is a battlefield. You did know this, right?
This is an example of gross negligence when it comes to pushing misinformation. This pastor is way off base, and I believe he embarrassed his own church and Christianity. Now, let's just be clear about what he was referencing, Matthew 11:12, which isn't talking about there's violence within heaven. What he's saying is that there's violence here on earth against people who want to walk the path of Jesus Christ. That's what he's saying. And actually, before that verse, there's Matthew 5:9 that says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they are the sons of God." So what did he skip that paragraph for some reason? I don't know. But anyways, I'm not here to tell the pastor what he should do. I'm just here debunking the lies, okay? Now, here is the former assistant U.S. attorney, Andy McCarthy, who went on Fox News this morning to offer a rebuttal to what the Congresswoman said.
I got another clip from Trump that I'll play in a moment. But do you think on any of the ones that we've shown here on the wall where he definitely loses? Can you say that right now?
No, Bill, because I agree with the term that you and Dana used before the break. They're tapping the brakes at this point. They are not stopping Trump from doing anything because at the moment, for the most part, what they're doing is inspecting government spending. And to the extent that spending is illegal, unconstitutional, or it turns out to be Congress trying to invade the executive turf in violation of separation of powers principles, which is the Constitution, that spending can be curtailed.
Okay, so the reason why I'm showing you one side and then the other side is because you can clearly see how the people on the left, the Democrats, they're lying, but they sound very convincing. Hey, he's accessing Social Security numbers. When they say that, they know you're going to get triggered emotionally because you're scared of identity theft, right? However, if you control your emotions and actually exercise common sense, how can someone conduct an audit if they don't have access to the information? I just don't understand that. And by the way, there's nothing unconstitutional about what's taking place here, which is why you just heard from the former assistant U.S. attorney that this is within the authority of the president. And another reason why I say that is because even CNN had to admit that what Trump is doing is not unconstitutional.
The strategy that Donald Trump has used here so far is he's going to do what he wants first, and then he's going to make plaintiffs, he's going to make state attorneys general, he's going to make private citizens go sue him in court. If they want to stop him from doing what he wants, they have to make him. So that's definitely been a strategy by the president, but that's not unconstitutional. Where it crosses a line is if that happens, he goes into court and a court says, you're not allowed to do this executive branch, or I'm putting it on hold, I'm putting an injunction. And then if the president or the executive branch defies that, that's where we get into real trouble here. So for sure, Donald Trump has taken a conscious legal strategy of, I'm going to do what I want. Maybe I'll lose in the courts. That's fine. I mean, I think there's problems in that, but that's not unconstitutional. Where we cross the line is if he starts defying the courts.
Okay, so when you hear that information, that what Trump is doing is not unconstitutional, it begs the question, why is the Democratic Party freaking out so much? Well, you know, we talked about it at length already. They're all over the place. And here's another example. We have a congresswoman stating that Elon Musk is not only the president, but he is stealing appropriations from. Oh, yeah, they are responding to it, but in a childish, immature way, of course. And 99.9% of the things that are coming out of their mouth has no legal basis to it and isn't really going to help their cause, because it's all fear mongering at the end of the day, which is why I want to show you the opposite of this debate from Speaker Mike Johnson and what he had to say about this.
This idea, you know, all the controversy about Elon Musk helping us out, they're going through to find efficiencies. There has been massive fraud, waste, and abuse of the American taxpayers' dollars, and this is the best way to do it. You bring in effectively an outside auditor, and that's what Elon and the team are doing. And what they are uncovering is incredible abuses of the public fisc. And so we applaud that. We're supporting it. And we're going to back it up with legislative action to make sure we codify these changes so that it's more lasting than just one administration.
Okay, so let's get your guys' answers to this question in the comment section below. What is your direct